Welcome back to your coaching moment, your business coaching moment for this month. And in this month, we are looking at pillar number 5 in building a world-class business. And pillar number 5 is know your customer, KYC. So to be able to identify who my ideal client is, who the actual person is that I'm wanting to sell my product or my service to. Do you know how many times I sit with business owners or with salespeople and sales teams, and we go through this exercise of figuring out who our ideal client is? You know how many times I sit with these guys and then I'd ask them, who's your ideal client? Who are you targeting? Who are you going after? Who buys your product? And they can't define that in a specific, pinpoint, accurate kind of way. They would give me a very broad kind of everybody's my client, everybody 20 years and upwards. And yeah, for some of you, like those of you who's selling soap, for instance, would be in that category, or toilet paper. But even in that category, there are different products and services that aim at different types of clients. Your fragrance soaps as opposed to your normal soap, your germ killing soaps as opposed to your scented soaps. I can go on forever about that. But guys, in this month's challenge, I want you to really go and figure out who your ideal client is. And when we figure out who our ideal client is, it saves you so much time and energy, because now you know where to show up. And when we look at a marketing strategy and a sales strategy and our communication strategy in our business, it helps to know exactly who your client is. Who are we aiming at? So there are 3 questions I want you to go and explore and ask yourself when we try and know and figure out who our client is. First of all, who is your client in terms of their demographic and their psychographic, their nature? Exactly who are they? How old are they? What gender are they? What are they? Where do they live? How do they behave? How's their psychology work? How do they think? What are their habits? So exactly who are my clients? In fact, we've got an exercise that we do with our coaching clients, where it's like 50 questions that they answer about their client, where they go into detail to try and figure out exactly who this person is. Because if I know who he is, I can show up right in front of that ideal client with my problem. That brings me to the second question. So the second question is, what are their pains? What is the problem that I'm solving for this specific client? So if I know what the pain is, what the problem is that they have, then I can understand how to position my product so that I can show them that my product will solve the pain or the problem that they have. So I've got to know exactly who they are. Got to know what pain they have, what problem are they trying to solve or needing to solve. And sometimes they might not even know what the problem is. But as we advertise our product and as we expose our product to our client, or inform our client about our product and create this awareness, they can identify how that could solve the problem that they have. Then the third question is, what are their symptoms? What symptoms do they have? If I sat in a room with a number of people and I spoke to them and I spent a little bit of time with them, would I be able to identify those people who have symptoms of pain or problems, the symptoms that my product can solve? Would I be able to spot them? So for me, as a coach and as a business coach, I can sit in a room with people. I can listen to conversations. I can spend a little bit of time with people, and I can spot the symptoms. I can see exactly what symptoms. I can see it in their eyes. I can see it in their behavior, in what they say, in the kind of questions they ask. I can spot the symptoms to see whether I have a potential client, whether they are an ideal client for me. So your challenge for this month is to spend a little bit of time asking yourself exactly who your client is. What pain and problems do they have? And what are the symptoms that I can identify, that I can look at, that I can see a mile away when I'm approaching them? And this will go a long way in terms of helping you show up at the right time, at the right place in front of your ideal client.